Good morning. It is Monday, January 23rd, and my Spanish Today calendar says, Me voy a la cama, which means I'm going to bed. Hi, my name is Lori Kilpatrick. This has kind of been a really long time coming, so we'll see how this all pans out. I'm trying to find a beginning. Well, I'll just jump in and we'll go from there. Obviously, I haven't talked yet today, so good morning, beautiful. When I went and got my hairs did on, well, you know what? I just woke up, so you judge away. It's fine. No, please don't. You're better than that. There was some wonderful people there. The lady who normally does my hair, I feel like, I've known her for 2 decades, almost, not quite, but getting there. And then the lady that's been working there, she's had a pivotal role in my life, more than once, actually, whether she knows it or not, but I think a lot of people do. Anyway, we were talking about spouses, and I always have a lot going on. We always have like new projects and trying to complete the ones that we are and taking steps in ours because we realize that things take steps. But they asked like how we were going to be moving forward with the house, and I'm like, well, moving forward, we're going to repair our marriage. And the pivotal person mentioned that she was also just a little bit grumpy with her husband. When I went to go leave, I guess I really wanted to just kind of sink into the complaining. Like, that's definitely what was my first thought. But we know now, almost 2 years in, first thought, wrong thought. It wouldn't help anybody. It wouldn't help anybody for me to, it wouldn't help anybody. So my hairdresser, she stopped me and was like, are you guys okay? And I'm like, where now? I should have talked to you about this last year and things are crap. But I think when you put 2 people together, those 2 people have to figure it out. There's not a whole lot the outside people can do. And unless you have that eternal peace, unless you have that higher power, unless you have that thing that helps center you, you're going to devolve back down into your base nature, which is Anyway, I said, I guess when I realized my role in this, it's easy to see their role, and I used to say this a long time ago that I would paint his side of the picture with this thick brush, the darkest color I had. But when I went to paint my part of the story, I would use the thinnest brush and the lightest color. And that's not accurate. That's not integral. That doesn't tell the whole story, and that's not fair. But what I said on Wednesday was, from where I'm sitting, of course what he's doing is worse. If somebody's going around stabbing people versus somebody's just going around cutting people, stabbing's way worse, right? But cutting is not right either. I don't know what it's called when you're the type of person that needs to talk things out. I need to be around other people to talk them out, because that was probably the truest statement I have said about our marriage in a long time. And then this weekend, instead of confronting him, I just talked to him. And yeah, I needed my Jesus. And yeah, I needed to stay calm. And yeah, I got frustrated a couple times. But the one time when I was very angry, he had stepped out of the room and made some crap comment on the way out. And I was thinking not great thoughts about him. And it just realized, that thought that I was thinking, he let me have it. I don't think God ever stopped you from having your thoughts, but he just reminded me of somebody else in my husband's life that I knew that probably said something very similar to him with none of the love in the background. So when he came back in, I was much more calm and kind. And it's also hilarious to me how God works, because in our middle child's life, we're very much focusing on the joys of life. We put Jesus first, and then others, and then yourself. And that when we are doing things because we think they're funny, we're putting ourselves above others, and that doesn't spell joy. Joe. I don't know. I've never done that part. Sorry. Anyway, so while I feel how I feel, and I don't know how to separate and disassociate and love in everything, I have succeeded in some places. Yay! So being honest about my part in this, there's a lot of disorganization, and that really kind of is my job. So it doesn't matter if he ever does his job, or what I think his job should be, or even what God thinks his job should be. That's between him and God. But I need to make sure that I am doing my part. So it took a while of all of the different things that we worked through together. Thank God for all of you. Like, for real, every single person in my life has made a difference in one way or another. And I hope I've done the same. Hopefully more positive than negative. Sorry about the negative. And you're welcome for the negative, because sometimes that's how we learn the best. So, give you an opportunity to forgive. I am joking. It's just that I'm not malicious. Those are thoughts I keep in my head, and they're usually my first thoughts, and I don't run on my first thoughts anymore. But anyway, I sat down here this morning. I got up, I made a note for the kiddos so that they knew that I was downstairs. Got my drink of water, and I started to have all of these thoughts, because as I'm walking through, I see all of these things, because we have so much visual clutter right now. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't stop. Just stop. Because I was trying to connect with God. I was just like, okay, good morning, Lord. I'm really concerned about what you're going to say, but I genuinely want to know. Search me, O God, and see if there's any offensive way in me. Search me, O God, and know my heart. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me to the path everlasting. I'm trying to be quiet and listen, and all of these thoughts are intruding, and all of these things are, and I said, stop, and they did. I'll finish today. So I sat down with one of my notebooks with the intention of making a schedule, but instead of writing what I want to have happen, I wrote down what I actually did, which my husband's been doing with his food, and has already lost quite a bit of weight just by tracking his food. So I think I am this language stuff stinks. I am tracking myself today to see what I'm doing and the amount of time that it takes. And that is my first step for today. I thought these would be so long. I love you, but God loves you more. And here's the thing about God, is it's a journey to him too sometimes. So wherever you are, that's where you are. And if you are, no, we're not going to if, because that takes forever. And the thing that got me was that no matter where I am, he's with me. There's a verse in the Bible that says, when you are in the heights and in the depths, I am with you. Never, no, never will I ever leave you nor forsake you. I just don't feel alone anymore. Like, lonely in the world, yes, but alone? Never, never, never. And not like the weight of the world dragging behind me. Just, I'm not alone. Neither are you. And I don't know how to do life without the Bible. So I know there's other things out there and those people have their path, and that's fine. But I only know how to set my foundation in the Bible. So maybe it's because I'm a literary learner. I don't know. Anyway, it's supposed to stop at 10 minutes. But have a marvelous Monday. And yeah, thank you for being you. You're the only one there is. Have a beautiful and blessed day.